I'll roll the window. Actually, I think the air is escaping.
Yeah. I just because it was hella hot.
Yeah, get out the hot air. Yeah, no. Seriously, same thing with my car. As soon as like you turn on the AC and you walk in and it's hot, it's gonna just be blowing hot air.
Oh yeah, this is Acid's Trap number 14, I believe.
I believe so, man.
We fucking cooking. I remember we first made this shit, bro. It was almost like a joke, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were making music we were making music, but then we were like, oh, we were talking. Record what we say.
We could still go back to like jamming. Dude, I like that shit when we jam out because it's like it's not the whole recording that's a jam out. It's just like maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to a conversation.
Yeah.
That's such a cool transition, bro.
Yeah, I like certain like when we jam out. And it's like we can jam out and make a song like a 5-minute song, you get me? But then there's certain jam outs where it's like you're jamming like 20 minutes to the same song because it's like it's good, but then it's like, all right, we got to go somewhere with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go somewhere with it. Yeah, and like that pressure is like, you're like, this is good. The riffs I'm playing are good. The licks I'm playing are good. Like, let me try a little bit different.
And you don't want to be the one
that fucks it up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to be the one that fucks it up.
I remember that's one thing that I like about like the more I learn about music, the more you have stuff where it's like, okay, I know this works out.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's like, before it's like, oh, you only have 2 different chord progressions you could go from. You know what I mean? Once you get here. But then now you're like, oh, okay, I got all these substitutions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know I can hold on to the chords. Because back then I used to, when I would write chord progressions, the 4 chords would all have to be different, you know what I mean? It can't just be like, oh, the last chord is the same as the first chord of the next one.
I know what you mean. It's like,
it has to constantly be changed.
That one condition where shit has to be exact, like OCD or some shit. You know what I mean? You're like, I started with the C. I can't have a C in the 3rd chord.
Yeah, exactly. Or just anything.
But honestly, dude, like maybe the C should be the 3rd chord because for that rhythm, maybe C fits. You know what I mean?
That's the thing is that sometimes it's like I remember I used to think that the first chord that you play in a chord progression is the key that's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means like. Instead of thinking of it so it's instead of being F Lydian, I was just like, oh no, this isn't the key of F. But it's like, and then you go to G, and then in my head I'll be like, oh no, but then it changes
changes.
That's the fucking the major, like the 2nd major that needs to go to the 6th, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like I had the different.
Hey, you know what? Maybe you were right. Maybe that was
a lot of it didn't sound right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would just be like, oh, but okay, this is the rules though. But it didn't sound right, you know what I mean? But I would just be like, okay, this is what it is, because that was, if it's the understanding that I have, even though, like, phonetically, like, when you hear it, you're like, oh, that's not the way I intended it to sound.
Man, like, when I make music on the beats, I noticed, for me at least, like, the fewer chords, I think it's, like, better. Like, I had a 16-bar loop, right?
Yeah.
But, like, the 4 bars... Like it switched like a chord, 4 bars, just the 1st to the 4th, and it's a major 7th.
Yeah.
So it's a major 7th, 1st one to the major 7th, the 4th one.
Okay.
It's pretty nice progression, just those 2 chords.
Yeah,
it
is.
But because there's no resolution, it just goes on, and it's perfect for just adding like melodies on
loop and stuff like that.
Yeah, because like I feel like when chord progressions, like it's too demanding with two different difficult chord progressions because you got to play this tonic, you got to have this sound on this time.
It's good for, I guess, like soloing, because then it's like it kind of guides you where it's like, okay, these are the notes that you could play. And like I love playing 9ths a lot. I realize
9ths are good.
So a lot of times when I solo, I'll start right on the 9th of whatever chord I'm playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it generally works out good, you know? Yeah. I used to like start on the first one, because the first always sounds good, you know what I mean? Because it's the root. But it just sounded too like, okay,
regular.
I'm always starting on the root.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. In your head, you're like, I do this so many
times.
And
even starting on the 3rd didn't sound like the way like I wanted it. But starting on that
6,
the 9th.
Oh, the 9th.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. That's one thing
for soloing.
Like
for chord progression.
Yeah, for soloing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's like a chord be playing, and then you just sing the 9th, and then because that 9th wants to go to either the 3rd or the 1st, and you're playing those 2 in your chords, you know what I mean? So it's just, and like you could go to one of those notes and then go back to the other one, you know what I mean?
Those notes, man. The ninth notes are like the fuck. I didn't even realize these notes were ninths. Like they're like Hendrix like embellishments.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like the flat nine. That's like people always refer to that as the Hendrix chord.
Yeah.
The seventh flat nine.
Exactly, dude. And that's a sick ass shape, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
That's crazy. I wonder if he knew of the chord or if he just played that shape one time and it was just like, oh, whoa, that sounds.
I think he played with a bunch of sick ass jazz guitarists.
Oh, and he just saw it.
That's a jazz chord.
Yeah, because
that's a jazz chord.
It's very jazzy.
It's jazz.
But like he just plays that shit like a lot. You know what I mean?
You know,
it sounds nice.
I noticed about music nowadays, like back then, like rock music, like even in the 2000s, it was very power chord. So it's just 1 in the 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nowadays, people like a little bit more soft, like a little bit more jazz, like the 7s, like the 9s. You know what I mean? They like the major 7, they like the
and then the vocals too. Yeah, the vocals are very like. You know,
exactly. The vocals are very jazz-like. You know, a lot of transitions and shit.
Cause I remember I used to try to figure out chords when I was younger, based on the melody. Like it was a lot easier for me to figure out the melody of a song.
Yeah.
Like just figure out what key it's in and then find the melody, right? It was a lot easier to do that than to try to figure out the chord progression because like same thing I would do. Oh, this is in the key of B flat, so that means the first chord is B flat. You know what I mean? But a lot of times it wasn't.
Instead of looking at the whole
especially the good songs, like the songs that are good, like songs that are good, and there's something about them that just hits you. They never are the easy one. It's never the easy chords.
It's always some crazy ass technique, huh?
Yeah, they always do something sick. Like it's like, oh, bro, they went from the fourth to the minor fourth, bro. Like you know. Or just stuff like that where it's like
I like shit like that,
once I got like there was one song from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Like the when they do the Dayman, the play, the last song that Charlie sings.
Yeah.
Where he was like, once I was a baby boy,
that little boy was me.
That song, it's full. It goes from C to G to G minor, then to F, right, and then that's the 4 chords.
So they switch minor to harmonic minor.
Yeah, so no, it went from C, right, the key of C,
then
to
major,
G,
okay.
and then they went to pretty much what is a C Dorian. You know what I mean? Because they do G, they do the G minor. Do you get what I mean? So it goes like from C to G minor to F, right? But the falling tone, right? Like if you listen to it, like in just one note at a time, like if you listen to the note C. And then when you play the key, when you play G, like emphasize the B,
and then it goes
to the B flat because it's the G minor, and then to F. And then when you do like that's the 4 chords, but when you start on the 5th chord because it's an 8 chord progression, it's F minor.
You know, that's an interesting
it's so
way.
dope because when you start that part of the 4 chords, it's minor, so it starts off.
That's an interesting way of finding chords. It's like you don't find the chord based off the root, but just that leading note.
Tone. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And then it was me like hearing the bass, like that they're playing, and then being like, oh, okay, so that's the chords. And then that's when I learned, oh, you could do that, like that minor, like straight to the minor, to the minor, to the minor. You know what I mean? Like I mean, from major to minor to major to minor.
You know what I like, bro?
I thought that shit was sick.
I like the fucking half steps, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like major scales, because the half step, like the root and the 7 are right next to each other.
Yeah.
And if you have that same concept and put it in the minor key, then you get the harmonic minor. And there's so many half steps in that one.
Yes, dude, those are the dope scales. Like even like scales like the Phrygian scale.
Yeah, I love half steps.
And the Locrian one, it starts off with the half step. You get me? Because like you start on the 3rd, so it's like the 3rd to the 4th. It's always that half step. You know what I mean? The 3rd, and then from the 7th to the 1st, right? Like the Locrian, it starts on the 7th.
Yeah.
So the 7th to 1st, it's like that half step, and it sounds so good when you like sing the scale. Because when you sing it and you go up to the 9th, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, it's just a half step up. You know what I mean?
It is pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. Music is fucking amazing. I would like to make a video game of fucking music one day, bro. You know what I mean? Like that one idea where like you have to pick up like hidden notes and shit, and you develop scales, and you use that to combat.
Shit
use that sick. For combat.
And then because like one of the advanced ones would be the harmonic minor. You know what I mean? Like the sharpening of the 7th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. There would be a mission that you have to do,
To unlock
yeah,
it.
to unlock it. You know what I mean? You
To
start, you have
unlock
to start,
the
you have to
harmonic
start with
minor.
the Aeolian scale, and then put that into like, you know what I mean, something whatever, and then they sharpen up the 7th of that scale. You know what I mean?
And then you band up with your friends.
That should be sick.
You band up with your friends.
Because each mode, right? Like I said, you start with like Lydian, right?
Yeah.
And then you flatten the 4th of the Lydian to make it the Ionian, like the regular major scale, right? So it's like, because like let's say the C Lydian is in G, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the F sharp is there, right? So C, D, E, F sharp, and then G, A, B, right? And then that F sharp you flatten to an F natural, then that's the C scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a normal C scale. And then you flatten the 7th, right? On each stage you're flattening, you have to flatten a note, you get me?
Yeah.
And then that moves on to the next one, you get me? Until you have pretty much all like the, this door requires a Phrygian scale to unlock, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know
and
what
you
I mean?
backtrack.
Yeah,
Once
so
you get
to
that,
go
you
back.
backtrack.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
that's good. That's some God of worship.
Exactly,
Fuck yeah.
because that's the, so you start off with the Lydian scale, you get me?
Yeah.
And then like the Lydian until before you get to the next level, then you learn or wherever it is to flatten the 4th. Then that makes the Ionian scale. Do you get what I mean?
And I would love that, like on the controller, like you move the notes with the controller. You know what I mean?
So you're like, okay, wait, I gotta flatten the 4th, flatten the 7th, flatten the 3rd. Okay, all right, there we go.
It's like a combo.
Yeah, exactly. Then there's certain buttons you gotta push in order to do it. That would be sick. And then because then when you get to the harmonic minor scales, I mean the harmonic minor, that's when it gets more difficult. You know what I mean? Like the input, you have to put the Aeolian input and then sharpen the 7th of that scale. You know what I mean?
It reminds me of some fucking Call of Duty music and shit, bro. Not even Call of Duty, like RuneScape. Like I want to have but I want to be competitive too, where like motherfuckers get the scales and the notes and they fight with each other. You know what I mean?
They have to find rhythmic shit too.
Like Doctor Strange. Remember that Doctor Strange fight scene?
Oh yeah,
dude, when he adds that one note and it explodes there. That would be the fucking flattened 9th. You get me?
That was such a good fucking movie, bro.
You know, it'd be cool.
That was such a good scene, bro. Just like him, because it was like the chords were all filled, and he strings that one note, just because he knows that's all that needs to get added to the chord, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, this blunt's kind of fucking me up. I know where I'm fucking up. I tried to.
You should use this one.
Nah, dude, this one.
Sorry, fuck.
It's a backwood, bro. I'm sorry.
I got smoked the backwood.
Sorry, bro.
I need that shit.
I'm sorry, my nigga.
I smoked that wood.
I buy a backwood every week. One for me and like maybe like 3 for us and shit.
A pack of wood?
Yeah, a pack of wood every week.
So that's about like an ounce last me a pack of woods.
Yeah, it's like this. 2 pack of backwood is an ounce. It's 2 ounces.
Yeah.
An ounce a packet and shit.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That's too much weed right there, man.
That is a lot, though. But imagine there are some people like, cause to me, I'd be like, damn, how would I even be able to function? You know what I mean?
Honestly, maybe it's like you just like you can't function without it, bro. Maybe people be like, listen, bro, I ain't gonna go into that studio until I have a blunt in my goddamn.
I mean, bro, if I was in high school, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we're about to smoke backwood. I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? I'd be like, I can't do anything after that.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I was in high school and all the kids that had weed, they were like they were the shit, bro. Because they had all the weed and like people go to for money, so they would have money and shit.
Oh, nice.
Dude, like just drug dealing in high school was probably the move, honestly.
Oh yeah, I get. Dude, my younger brother did that shit in middle school, bro. That's the thing that got him like caught up in juvie and whatnot.
Oh, he went to juvie and shit.
Cause selling weed in high school and shit. I guess you're not allowed to do that.
I guess that's like illegal or something. It's fucking pussies.
They say or something.
I'm not. Yeah, dude. But after finding out like about that housing program and shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you were in a juvie, you could get a free housing, dude.
You get $1,200 monthly too if you're signed up in school.
1,200.
Yeah, 1,200. I remember because my younger brother, when he was like, oh, bro, I'm gonna sign up to all these programs and shit, and like, blah. Because like, you know, he was in juvie, so he knew that once he got out, he had all these like resources he could do.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, bro.
It is fucked up. Like, I understand the reason for it, but imagine me going to school every day, you know, doing my homework and taking. Like, to me, I was in honors classes, you know, I was in like the magnet and shit like that, and then like Like, I'm doing everything right, and I'm struggling, bro.
Like, it's easier for somebody who, like, made bad decisions to get a better foot
exactly.
than, like, you who did not make bad decisions.
That's why it made me be like, damn, I really should have, like, just done something real quick, just get to juvie, like, you know what I mean? Just for a little
Juvie sucks,
bit.
I bet, though.
I'm pretty sure. And then, because that's the thing, is like, when you're in it, like, it's one of those things, it doesn't help you, because all you are is surrounded by other people. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to, I was explaining to somebody, that there's 4 types of kids. There's good kids, right?
Yeah.
That are good. There's always will be good, can't be influenced bad.
Yeah.
Then there's the good kids who can be influenced to be bad, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that need the most attention, right? The good ones who are good, they're fine. They're always going to be good.
They know right and wrong.
Yeah. They're just always going to be good, and just like that whether they're agreeable or whatever it is, they follow the rules. They just do what it is. You get what I mean? Then there's the good kids who are bad, who it's like they need to be told, you know, to be good. They need to be reminded why you need to be good, you know, and I know you might want to be bad sometimes, but this is why you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they understand, like, they're so good, they have the capacity to understand.
Yes, exactly. But without that support, they would be bad. Do you know what I mean?
I totally agree, yep.
And then there's the bad kids who are bad. Just
like,
just shitty
straight from the womb.
Yeah.
Fucking pulling on the mama's fucking,
bro.
like, umbilical cord.
Rip the whole fucking umbilical cord.
With their teeth.
Do that shit.
Like fucking the seed of Chucky or something.
Yeah, bro. And then there's the bad kids who could be influenced to be good. And those are the hardest ones. Like, those are the ones you want because they need the most, but those are the hardest ones to, like, actually get, you know, turned good. You know what I mean?
I think it's all about environment. You know, people aren't like, you know, like it. I feel like shitty environment creates like shitty kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. But then even like they're like
good environment,
kids who like grow up in the same household.
Yeah.
There's the one kid who acts up and does all that shit. They're both scared of their father. But there's the one kid who would never even think to talk back to their father. Never been hit by them or anything because they never even let it get to that point. While the other one, you know,
like, has got in trouble so fucking much.
Yeah, like just constantly and just used to it. Sometimes it might be a you know, like a, you know, fucking son-daughter thing, you know what I mean? Whether it's like, oh, you know, the sons are a little more erratic, you know. Daughters want to, like, get that, like, oh, I'm old. They want to seem older, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just getting the address from this dude. He says he wants to meet up at a different location.
Oh, shit. It better be the Citrus Mall.
It said Joseph VU and Associates LLC. It's probably like a business or something. Joseph VU. Oh, this blunt's fucking rolled. Look at dude.
Yeah, bro.
Dude.
That shit looks pregnant.
Dude, shit looks pregnant. She looks 16 and pregnant. Oh my god.
Oh man, that show growing up. I was always big against
like teenage pregnancy,
unplanned pregnancy.
Yeah,
because it doesn't necessarily have to be teenage. You get me?
Yeah.
It's just unplanned. You get me? Because it's like that's a huge thing, bro. You know what I mean? Huge.
It's not an
thing.
iPhone, my nigga.
Yeah, exactly. Just unplanned, and then so like a lot of people, you know, this is one thing I always like. Just like, as soon as someone would get pregnant, like it's no longer like dude, what the hell, like, dude. It's always, oh, congratulations, like blah blah. Even if it's like not congratulations, you get me? You threw away your like. There was this girl who in high school they gave her an opportunity to go to high school abroad to finish the last 2 years of high school in Brazil. You get what I mean? Like, they knew how to speak Spanish. They were like, it was a program that they were going to be a part of, and you know that's dope. Imagine spending your junior and senior year of high school
in Brazil,
in another country, bro.
I mean, low key, Brazil, you get murdered. That's kidding.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure they had them in like a
good ass.
Yeah, like I mean, they're not going to have these American children.
No, but like you're a kid, you're by yourself in a new country. It's fucking sick,
and it's dope. Threw all of that away, she got pregnant, bro.
And she kept
boyfriend got out of high school. I mean, got out of juvie, and then like freaking like only was out for like a week or two, and then got pregnant. You know what I mean? Threw all of that away, bro. All of it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That's kind of sad.
It's just like, and I remember because I would tell them like, all right, hey, make sure you don't get pregnant. Like just
remind
so
them.
close.
Yeah,
you're so close. To, like, you know what I mean? She was already a sophomore, so getting ready to be a junior, which that was when it would have happened.
And she said, "Don't get." And you told her,
I told her, "Don't."
Was she like one of those magnet kids?
Not in magnet, but definitely like in the like honor classes and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But you know what I mean? And,
The high school you went to didn't go to magnet, did it?
no, I had magnet. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was in the magnet program. I remember I started off because the school that I went to was separated into 2 schools. Even because there was a new school starting, but they didn't have their own campus, so we shared the campus with them. You know what I mean? Like on lunch, they would be able to go to our cafeteria.
Was it Lima?
It was Lima.
Okay.
Yeah. That's exactly it. You heard about it before?
Yeah. Nightingale took a field trip to Lincoln.
Oh yeah. Lima was the first year that they started it, bro.
I should have went Lincoln. The field trip to Lincoln was better than the field trip to Franklin.
Let
Oh
me
my
let me
God!
tell
Why
you,
did I go?
Did Lincoln show up to Nightingale, play some music and shit like that?
Maybe. I think so.
The band probably showed up because if they did, I was there, bro. I was the lead trumpet.
Were you?
Yeah, I was the lead trumpet
when you were a freshman?
Even when I was a freshman, bro. Because that year I joined, and I started playing music for like 7th and 8th grade, you know what I mean? But I was playing music for 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and I had a private instructor, so like I was really like I knew music. I was able to had a good range and everything, and
really
had my own warm up.
You were always into music, huh?
Yeah, I've been playing since I was 8, like trumpet. Because my school, my elementary school, they let you out an hour early before lunch on Fridays if you take music class. You get me? You would get out of class. You would go
easy dub.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. I only play music to get out of class. Really, like you know what I mean.
That's why I was in baseball in senior year, bro. Dude, like in my high school, if you fail PE,
no way, yeah.
Then you had to do PE for 4 years, and I had ROTC.
Really?
I had ROTC for my first year, and I failed that shit. Cause I would never do anything.
Oh, you wouldn't dress up?
I wouldn't dress up
as a pickle.
This is what I would do. I'll put like a shirt underneath that shirt just to like to kind of put some flavor into it. You know what I mean? They're like, "What are you doing? That's a uniform. You're supposed to respect it." And I was like, "Man, I don't give a fuck." Like literally, they graded you if your locker was messy. Yeah. They graded you if your shit was like ironed, and I never gave a fuck. You know what I mean? So I failed that class. Fuck it. But then, like, I had to take PE again. So I was like, shit, I might as well just take baseball. You know what I mean? Yeah. And dude, I never played baseball, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I like playing catch. I like hitting the ball, like, but not like organized. Oh,
and then also with baseball, you're spending most of the game not catching. Yeah. You're waiting for the ball to get to your area. You know what I mean? And if you're not like a shortstop, you know, you're not gonna constantly be getting the ball thrown at you or constantly be doing something like that. You know?
Oh, but I was first base.
Oh, so you were first base?
Yeah, first base. I had a first base club. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like base. Even all the boring shit. I like that.
That was a good spot then. First base is, like I said, shortstop and first base. Those are the spots.
I like that it was chill, but dude, like, I don't know. I just never had the grades to play. You know, I always get grade cut. Play like one game, get grade cut. All that shit doesn't get grade cut. So like sophomore year, I knew I was gonna get grade cut because I wasn't taking school seriously. I'll be ditching every fucking lunch. There was a push door on the side. They never locked it up until senior year, and I just pushed that shit out, my nigga.
Bro, they had one of those in our auditorium, and because I was in band, right? Like there was I would just ask for the key to the auditorium, and he'd give it to me, and I unlocked the auditorium door, and give him back the key, and then I just walk out through the auditorium to the side.
Honestly, bro.
Sometimes they had dance class up in the stage, like an auditorium, and I mean, what is she gonna do? You know what I mean?
There's people who fucking like in this area, they have no gates in their school, and they leave.
None.
They go to Chick-fil-A.
Dude, they hop over their fences and shit like that.
Dude, they don't have fences. They don't need fences.
Oh, you mean that they're
here?
Here.
In this area.
Oh man, you would not see that. Because back then, my godfather said that when he was a kid, there was a Taco Bell across the school. You were allowed to leave during your lunch to go get food and come back. Because they weren't worried about like whatever, you know what I mean?
Well, I think sometime maybe in the 80s, 90s, they would leave and they'd come back pregnant.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They leave and they come back to school pregnant as shit.
I thought you were gonna say they would leave and they would come back kidnapped.
They'd come back kidnapped.
Yeah, because that's what I would think. In the 80s they came back pregnant. In the 90s they came back kidnapped, bro. Dude. Because I think the kidnapping, like the fear of getting your kid kidnapped, it wasn't like forever, you know what I mean? And when it started, that was like, you know, it started when we were a child for sure. Yeah. We definitely weren't allowed to just like go out like that. Yeah, and that was stranger danger was something that we all know. All of us went to different schools, but we all knew what stranger danger. Don't talk to strangers.
Don't accept candy. Don't do this shit. Don't do that shit, bro. Dude, one time, bro, I was chilling by the park, bro, and this dude was like, hey, kid, do you know where the 110 freeway entrance is? And I was like, oh yeah, it's just around the corner up the street. He's like, oh, I don't know. Can you show me? Get in the car and show me.
I would have been a dumbass because I would have done that. I was a kid who believed in the good in everybody. A good Christian boy.
Dude, I forgot what I said. I was like, no, I'm not supposed to get in a car with strangers. He was like, you're a smart kid. Drove off.
Yeah, he's like, you're a smart kid. And then he fucking drove off like,
damn it. Found another kid. Damn, dude, the blunt ripped off right here, dude.
Oh, did it work?
Like right there, it's a big ass fucking hole.
Oh shit. I don't think I noticed it because I've been probably covering it with my mouth.
Yeah, that's what you just gotta do. Just gonna get like a fucking chunk full of fucking weed.
Yeah, fucking whoever gets it loses. Not
Yeah. Shit, nigga. Low key, I like the era we're gonna go to. I like that.
I want to play a song.
Yeah, play a song.
There's a song specifically for this moment.
Play a song. Yeah. Set that
We're still a
shit.
good distance away?
Yeah, dude, we're fucking far as fuck.
Okay,
away.
good. I'm glad. We're 30 minutes
It's
away?
not, it's not like terribly far. It's not like going to the beach, but it kind of is. Like we'd be closer to the beach in that area. Are you connected? Hold on.
But I think it might be. Fucking wearing shit that's like, people make fun of them, but they're like no, but that's what the main fucking protagonist would wear. It's like, no, bro, you have to just wear what's in this society, what is cool. You get what I mean? And then just be yourself. You know what I mean?
This podcast kind of shot to shit, bro. When I looked up, it like where the shit was at, it stopped recording. So like this whole kind of conversation, just right.
All good.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bummed out, man. Fuck.
Here, I'll try to record on my thing too, because then so you can use your phone.
No, it's fine. We could just always record another one, like on the way back. There's a bunch of fucking traffic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll just start recording right now. We're just talking about how women could just be
our bitches. Nah,
our
I'm just
bitches,
we actually weren't talking about
Yeah.
that, which is funny.
Yeah.
We're talking about fucking adolescent boys trying to be fucking cool by being emo. Which, I mean, the only way I know this is by seeing fucking my girl's younger brother doing it now, and then me doing it too as well when I was a kid, you know.
And understanding that like it's because of a lack of female attention, but it's also your way to get attention, because as you were a kid, the way you got attention from like your mother or like your aunt or like
your mother's friends or just mother's anybody. Friends, you're like anybody, 9 or 8. You're like, oh,
you're just be a little sad, and they'll be like, oh, why are you so sad? But they only did it because your cute little like child face looked cute when it was sad. You know what I mean? Yes. But like when you're 12 years old with a sad face, it doesn't look so fucking cute, especially to a 12-year-old girl.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
And especially to a 12-year-old girl. That's the thing.
They'll be like, why the fuck you always sad, man? Like but that's not the reaction you're getting. You want to get, you know.
And you either change by like, oh, it's just, you know, I'm gonna just be myself and it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Or you try to change, like, oh, I'm gonna change who I am. And then sometimes some people go trying to be the sad boy.
Yeah.
Like I said, because that's how you used to get attention.
You used to get attention like that.
But no more. Once you're 12, you know, like it's a whole new game. You're gonna have to start just like
start being cool. You know, just have confidence. You know, and that's the kind of sad thing, because like certain like your confidence is something like starts with the home. So if you come from like a fucked up home or whatever, like a home where like, you know, like that's like the dynamics of like a regular family isn't like, you know, installed. And this is probably why having a fucking nuclear family is important. Like it doesn't attract people, you know, like it brings like mental problems that like an adolescent kid isn't developed to like understand. You know what I mean? Like opposed to like somebody that like had a mother and a father very involved in their life, and it gives them confidence naturally. And then they go to school and they show that, and then like it impresses, you know, like everyone, all the little girls and shit, opposed to the kid that didn't get the attention and only got it when they were like really sad. You know what I mean?
What you should be doing is trying to be the fastest, you know, kid, trying to jump the
smartest,
highest.
Well,
you know
athletically
what I mean? Trying to athletically, because that's
the most clever.
That's what you do when you're at this age. This, like, his age is about being the most athletic and being the best amongst all the boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at least higher than, like, as high as you can in the ranking. You get what I mean?
As much as you possibly can, because that's all. And be unique. You know, be kind of funny. You have a good personality.
The thing is that because the more things that you have under your belt of like I remember I was into Magic. which was cool because every now and then, like, oh, we're playing cards here. I'll pop up one magic trick. It's like, all right, that's cool. You know, just a little. I'm not gonna do any more, and it wasn't even anything super impressive, but it was something.
Yeah,
you get what I mean?
It was impressive enough.
It was impressive enough, and it was just like, it's like, wow, you know how to do this, and they think that you know how to do more than you can with it, especially if you just lightly just, oh, I also know how to fucking spin the stick around all cool, you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah, man, and like that magic and stuff like that, that kind of reminds me of, like, you know, playing guitar. Like, you can learn a magic trick, just takes the time, you know what I mean?
And then playing the guitar is great, because you walk around the guitar, you play it. Bitches love guitar. Good guitars.
They like music, you know what I mean?
Oh, is this Anaheim?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the Angels play.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Dodger Stadium is surrounded by mountains and shit, which I think is a little cool.
And this one's surrounded by like flatland and freeway.
Surrounded by a freeway on one side, and then just looks like apartments on the other.
The exit should be close by. I see, but like we got to that conversation because of a podcast, not a podcast, a short I saw of a podcast of a female, a dude, and another female. She was like a feminist, and the female told to the feminist, like, what do you think about a family, like a wife leaving their leaving her husband just to get a bag, you know, just to get money, divorce them, settle, and get like money, you know, whatever, don't have to work. Like, and the feminist said, like, oh, I love that shit. Hell yeah, get that bag, bitch. Yes, bitch. And then the girl was like, well, don't you think that's a little sad? I mean, that's a wife leaving the family. That's a wife leaving the kids. That's a family being broken. That your wife's leaving you. Yeah. And then the feminist had a crazy ass look in her eyes, like, well, like, that's, you know, like her money. You know, like anybody can have more money. He should just have more money. You know, like, it's just putting the blame on, like, the dude. That's all.
The thing is that a lot of people just make justifications that sounds nice. You know what I mean? It fits well in a sentence, but then if you really dissect it, it's like, that's actually terrible. And
that is terrible.
You
then you're probably a terrible person. Yeah. But, like, we came to the conclusion that, like, she felt that way because something in her past, you know, that made her feel that way. And then we said, that's like me, like, a girlfriend I had, like, being like fucking a hoe, cheating on me, and me thinking every girl's a hoe.
Yeah, we all had that, especially in high school. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what happened with me. Just fucking girls. You like how that one girl is. That's how every girl is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You think that one girl, like, you think every girl's a hoe, but like, as a man, you can't think that way because that doesn't get you no pussy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't think like. You can't hate women and get pussy, you know. Women don't like being resented, but a girl, a feminist that hates men, could still get dick.
Yeah,
she could still have sex and get dick. You know,
that is how we went to that conversation.
Yeah.
Then that's when I was like, yeah, and like girls could be emo.
Yeah.
And they'll be just fine. They could be sad girls.
Yeah.
And guys will eat that shit up.
And like guys being sad as fuck, like bitches look at him like, why the fuck you so sad? What the fuck?
You know what girls feel the pain, bro? Those girls who try to act sad that also weigh like 200 pounds in 6th grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the fat girls. Yeah, you know what's funny?
You know, like they also feel the same pain because I also had fat girls trying to hit on me.
Yeah.
And me just trying to completely
ignore. Damn.
Completely change the conversation. And I'm pretty like smooth, right?
Yeah.
But there is no way to fucking smoothen out when someone like obviously hits on you. Because then they do it again, and then it's like, what do you do at that point?
Damn. So like in the latter society, like fat girls are like on lower tier than like sad boys, bro.
Yeah, you know.
And I feel it, bro.
I feel like they might be on similar tiers. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because it's that's why, like, if you're fat girl and you have personality, there'll still be some boys that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, especially now when it's like fat acceptance, you know?
But like, you know, like there's like fat and there's like thick and there's like fat, you know what I mean? Like fat is okay, thick is amazing, but fat is
but then that's the thing, that third tier is just unhealthy.
It's just unhealthy, you know. Nobody likes.
The second one, there's like, okay, you're thick, but like, you know what? You still manage. You still walk. It's just you're just big because genetically you're big. You also eat good, and then it's just, you know. Also, some women can lose weight like that or whatever, you know.
You know what I think? It's like fat is like when she has a belly, no ass, no tit, just
No
the
tits.
belly.
No ass.
Yeah.
Like at least you can work out and like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. It's thick is she has booty.
Yeah.
She's fat
and real big
and
booty, too.
big
That's
and
usually
big
what it
old
is.
titties. You know, that's
Yeah.
thick. And fat is just like it don't matter if she got. She's gonna have fat tits, fat ass because she's fat.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like she would have already had tits. Like,
Yeah.
look, there's some girls
Yeah.
who you could tell that if they were skinny, they would have no tits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because they're so fucking fat,
yeah.
they got something.
They got something.
And then you're like, oh, those little like that those look like man tits. Those look like fat man tits.
Dude, let me tell you, man. Fucking like I do love the thick bitches. I don't mind fat and thick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I dig it.
You know, I don't mind it. You know, because sometimes you know, like you don't care. You know, if they're like a little bit fat or big heavy.
Especially if they're dope. Like that's the thing.
If they're dope, if they're
Especially
cool.
if they're dope,
They got cool
like,
personality.
there's a
You
lot
smoke
of things
weed
to
with
make
them.
up for
Hell
that.
yeah, man. Like I'm not gonna lie. When I'm making out with a fat bitch, sometimes I grab their like stomach. Sometimes
Yeah,
I don't know
I
why.
get you.
I
I
grab
know
a
what you
big
mean.
chunk of their shit. She's like, please don't grab me there. I'm like, but I want you. It's just so rude. You know, it's just so much.
Yeah. I dig what you're saying, man.
Yeah, man. Like, oh fuck. I was man. When I was a kid, I was very picky with like the women I wanted.
Yeah, me
you know
too,
what I mean?
bro.
But now I'm just like less picky, I guess. You know, now I'm
Yeah.
just like, fuck. Those girls, like, they were fucking fine. There was nothing bad about them.
And that's the and then they're definitely gonna be more giving than fucking like, you know what I mean? The girls that actually feel like, because then there's some girls that are ugly, right?
Yeah.
Now you think that, oh, okay, you know, this should be like, you know, she's gonna be very giving, but then they think too highly of themselves. You're like, you? Come on.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. Like that one chick that talked about her fucking pH.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
that's a no.
That's a no, bro.
Because not even
and
like
she tried to make it seem like it was a normal thing, like I should accept.
Because not
shit.
even like
It's
around
weird.
like your homies, right? If you're meeting someone new, right?
Yeah.
Would you be like, hey, dude, my balls got fucking bumps on the bottom of it, bro? It's like, why the fuck you telling me, dude?
I'll see a doctor, bro.
Yeah.
I'll tell a doctor. Why are you telling me?
Even tell me something?
You know what you need to do, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to do it, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You tell your doctor. You don't tell me. But the thing is that's her comfortability because that's how she is with her friends, like close friends. But like, that
just means she got a nasty, smelly pussy. Dude.
Yeah, exactly.
That means all her friends got. That's the nasty pussy party,
and
bro.
all her friends know too.
Yeah, all her friends know the problems of having a nasty pussy because they have a nasty pussy themselves. And I'm gonna see how far this shit is.
Imagine her just taking her fucking pH levels, bro. Like when you have a pool, the way you check your pH levels, you get a little fucking like a half a cup of that water, and then you put in a couple droplets.
Damn, nigga.
And then you find
think that's how that bitch did it?
Just scooped up
No,
half a cup.
no, she put in her piss, like the bowl.
Oh yeah?
Like
oh
my god, dude, that shit's disgusting. And she was like, and you know what's like, I said like, oh, we don't want to talk about your pussy, and she's like, listen, you can't have my pussy even if you tried. I wouldn't even give it to you. It's like, bitch, I don't want your nasty ass pussy. Like, made it seem like I was trying to like talk to her that way. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, listen, if you felt that way, I really feel bad for you, because that's not how I fucking meant it at all, girl. The fuck? You gotta check your pH.
She started with her comment saying that, oh, you can't even have this pussy, because no one was even talking about it.
Yeah.
They just said, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
That's like if you were talking about your dick or whatever. Like I said, same thing. It's like, dude, I got some bumps on my dick.
Yeah.
And she was like, dude, no one wants to hear about your dick. And you're like, dude, you can't even have this dick if you wanted to.
Yeah.
She'd be like, what the fuck? No one even, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, dude. And then like there was another girl, that one girl that had that kid. She was in that group chat, a party chat, because it was a PlayStation party, and she was like, yeah, you're not gonna get how that was weird. And I was like, you don't get the context of like what I was saying?
Wait. She was saying that you're not gonna understand how what you said?
Yeah, it was weird. And then she was talking about her fucking pH. And she was like I told her, like, guys don't really have to check their pH. And then she was like, wait, it's kind of stupid. Guys don't have to check their pH just because they're guys? That doesn't make no fucking sense.
guys. It's just because
I was like, cause you have giant, you
we
got
drink water.
pussies. We have fucking like, fucking penises. We don't gotta
we
do
have
that
to check
shit.
our prostate. You know, doctors don't be sticking their fingers in your ass the way they be sticking it in ours.
And we check that shit when we're in our 30s. You know what I mean? We don't fucking scoop the bowl with that little picture.
Or kids that have the hemorrhoid test, right?
Oh, dude.
Like women don't be getting their pussies fucking grabbed.
The pussies felt
and
up.
Here, turn to the left and cough twice.
Damn, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dude. And like from that, it was like a downhill trajectory. If you can imagine, dude. Oh my.
I can definitely imagine, man.
Dude, like after, like I'm not gonna lie, it was good. Like before that time, like I was having, you know what it was, bro? Like with her especially, and it was just with bitches, bro. I decided not to fight back and just say, oh, yeah,
say
you're
what's
right.
on your mind. Oh,
you know what I mean?
So just be like,
yeah, not fight back. Not even, just like, oh, yeah, you're right. Well, wow, I can't. Yeah, I can't believe she would say that. It's like, instead of saying like, wow, you were kind of fucked up there, like, put some logic and some truth in there. I just avoided truth and accepted what they said, and I was hella like the less fighting, less arguing, more success. Like it was kind of crazy, bro.
Honestly, I sarcastically say you're right.
Yeah.
Like when it gets to that point, I'm like, you know what?
And that's how it is, bro.
And I'll say it like that, but then like Robert's family, because they're like, no, I don't want you to just say you're right. You get me? And I'm like,
you gotta explain why.
I'm like, then what is it you want me to? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they want everything, because they could tell I'm just being like, you're right. So anytime they would tell me you're right about anything, they'll be like, you're right. Well, you're right.
Man, some people just needed like acceptance all the time because they just didn't have that shit or something.
Yeah, I remember. Did I tell you about Launder's friend that tried to argue or that was getting mad about all the American flags?
What do you mean?
Oh, okay. So I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
All right. So is it recording?
Yeah.
All right. So Launder's friend, right? It was like 4th of July. And she wasn't doing anything, and we were like, oh, like, we're just gonna drive around and smoke either way. So, we picked her up, and then, like, I went through, like, Griffith Park, and then ended up getting to a point where I saw Mulholland Drive, like, the beginning of it.
Okay.
Like, right there by Sunset, like, pretty much near Studio City, like, by, the Rio, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only reason I recognize the streets. And then, so, I went up Mulholland Drive, and, a lot of houses there, a lot of really nice houses.
Yeah.
And a lot of the houses have American flags. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because 4th of fucking July.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But every time she saw an American flag, she's like, dude, look at this fucking racist, man. Like just, she was like nonstop. Like,
are you kidding me?
Anytime she explains a story, like even that seems like a good story, she just talks like in a negative word. It's like, dude, I can't even believe that, but like shit like that, when it's like, I don't even know why these guys have that, dude. They're fucking racist, dude. And I was like, the first time's like, same thing. I didn't want to argue. Right, whatever. Like, yeah, I love America, but it's no point in arguing. You get me?
Yeah,
like
someone who's just stupid and everything's negative. You don't have to love
the America. You get me? Like,
everything she speaks is negative. I'm pretty sure everything in her life is negative too. I'm going to just take a wild leap and think that.
That's the thing. I don't even think it is that negative, but it's just that I think that's her way of sounding cool. You know what I mean? Because she'll say, because you know some people when they'll be like, man, dude, I was just doing all these drugs last night and I saw like 5 different bitches, bro. And I'm fucking like, dude, I don't know. What do I do? Like,
I mean,
what
but
do you
at least
think? You know what I
that's
mean?
fucking cool. Like the hating America, thinking everyone has American flags raised. That's just an opinion.
But I think that was her because like that's like the normal opinion, especially right now with what's going on.
You know what,
I
bro?
mean? That was right like a couple weeks after the Roe v. Wade.
Yeah,
so
that's why
it's the popular opinion.
That's why, bro. Yeah.
So I didn't want to start no arguments.
My fucking sister's husband was like, yeah, America doesn't deserve a birthday this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like,
just because of Roe v. Wade.
I'm like, I don't think it's like that.
Like, dude, this dude just looking at it. He needs to
like,
chill
dude, you want a blood, bro? I'll buy a blood for you guys if you guys are just tripping.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you business. I'm gonna buy a hookah. Calm the fuck down. Right? I'm gonna literally buy a hookah.
I'll buy a hookah if you don't come here. And
I saw another smoke shop. I'll go there. They're gonna be less fucking conspicuous.
We're about to get some. We will buy some, bro. I got a blunt right here.
Yeah.
We still need to get more.
Dude, like I'm like, dude, and I told my sister, like, and she
Yeah.
was like, I don't even like fireworks. You know what I mean? We heard fireworks.
Whoa.
And I was like, wait.
Wow.
And then she
How?
and she was like, America doesn't deserve a birthday this year. And I was like, why? Like, oh, so you want to murder kids? You know, that's what I said. Like, oh, you think murdering kids is cool?
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, wait, let me think about this. It's like, all right, so like somebody in Oklahoma like was raped by their family and like they couldn't get an abortion, and then I agreed.
Yeah.
Because that was such an extreme example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe she should, like, get an abortion. And from that argument, that example, she said everybody should have the choice. And I was like, and then I kind of wish I would have said this.
Yeah.
It was like, you can't use that one extreme example to explain like the whole that like got nutted in like 7 times, you know, and just keeps going, like giving the Planned Parenthood like good ass business.
The one who gets like 10 within a year and shit like
you know
that.
what I mean? Like, or you know, it gives too much leniency to the woman to where like if somebody were to have a family and was expecting it, last fucking minute the woman could just be like, oh, I just don't think so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like,
this is one example that I heard that was good, bro. That I heard that was like, it's a little different than what you were saying, but it was like, when I heard it, I was like, that's interesting. That if a girl, right, got found out she was pregnant and didn't want to have a kid, she could give up the responsibility because she needs to continue on with her life. She has to finish school and she has to, you know, continue bettering herself, right?
Yeah.
But if a man, right, gets a girl pregnant, he can't just decide to just be like, okay, no, I have to focus on my life. I have to continue doing what I got to do and blah, 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 you know, make myself better.
He has to pay the child support.
And give up responsibility. You get me?
Yeah.
He can't give it the responsibility the same way that she can.
Yeah.
Even though that kind of doesn't have to do with but it's just the idea of like, they feel like, well, oh, but what if I need to give up, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm on my life. Like, this is my trajectory in life and shit like that, you know?
Yeah, I feel it. Sometimes, like, you know, you get pregnant and, like, it's not the right time and shit. I feel it. But, you know, there's preventions and shit.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have... Like, you don't have to nut inside the girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe your life's fucked up. Maybe you shouldn't, like, nut inside the girl. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, I feel bad for you, buddy, but we all gotta live with our fucking choices, you know? This is the real fucking world, you know what I mean? Like, it's all this, like, feel sorry for me, Disney bullcrap. Like, that's kind of ruining this world, I feel. Like, it's making people less competitive. It's making, like, it's just making everyone, like, on a slow trajectory. Huh? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, my nigga. Hell yeah, my nigga.
Real quick. So then we could go buy some fucking things before he calls the cops on us, bro.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, I feel for the women, too. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, it's my body, my choice. But it's like, it's not your body. It's a baby's body you're killing. It's the baby's body you're smashing up into mush. You know what I mean? Like,
here's a couple of things that I thought was like fucked up, but this doesn't have to do with necessarily the abortion thing, but because like the same procedure that like when a girl has a miscarriage, like the removing of you know, pretty much that.
That's what they do with the miscarriage, like vacuum it out and shit?
They have to do that. Well, I don't say they have to, because of course, you know,
just
in
get
time
like
back then, people would just have a really heavy period.
Get all the baby residue.
But it hurts really bad. You get what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so like some girl who like, you know, some girls like they do get a couple miscarriages before they end up having an actual kid, right? And then this girl had like you know, miscarriage before, and they did the procedure, but then she went back like, you know, a couple months later, which was when they overturned it. And you know, the doctors, if they get they could get snitched on, you get me? And there's a reward, like if you snitch on someone, you get me?
For what? For having a miscarriage?
No, for doing a procedure or whatever, you know what I mean?
Oh, because the law changed.
Because the law changed, so it's like, oh yeah, we also give money to those who let, you know what I mean? So that, you know, to kind of...
Even if you have a miscarriage, you can't get it vacuumed out?
Well, the thing is that you're supposed to be able to, but the thing is that the doctors, they were like, well, just if you're bleeding more than a diaper's full, like in a, I forget the amount of time, then you could come here. And then they're like, wouldn't that be too late? And then they're like, like, because they're like, well, you have like pretty much 20 minutes, right? But they live like 30 minutes away from the hospital. You get what I mean? So it's like one of those things where it's like, in that situation, she just had to go home and just go through it and just like, but see, that sucks. But that doesn't have to do with necessarily the abortion. It just has to do with the laws.
That's exactly. That's just the laws are fucking stupid. Yeah,
the enforcement of that's terrible. And that's a sad situation.
If you have a miscarriage and you need to get the last, it's also a sad situation. You had a miscarriage.
It's very,
and you can't even get the kid out of you 100%. That's fucking.
Yeah, it's just exactly. And then some of it could stay, and then that might affect your future, like chances. And so it's like if someone who was already having they already had multiple. Miscarriages. So it's like,
it's going to add more of a chance to get I mean, I'm not going to lie. That is fucked up.
But
that's not an abortion, though.
That's not an abortion thing.
That's not an abortion.
That's strictly.
Is that really what also changed? Well,
because that happened in Texas. Because it's like in certain states they made it like you could snitch on the doctors who are doing that, and they get their license removed and they get imprisoned and shit like that.
Miscarriages, though,
because you're murdering someone, you know what I mean?
But the kid's already dead.
But that's the thing. But they're so afraid of if they don't even want it. Because here's the thing: he'll get locked up, and then there'll be due process while he has to pay bail and do all this extra shit. You get what I mean?
I agree with people who want to get like their miscarriage,
exactly.
I agree with that.
100%. I don't even think that's an argument for anybody. I think that it's just a fact that these doctors are afraid of doing anything now because of just how strict the fucking laws got over there.
And even though there may be like good people, hardworking people out here that like were the children of somebody who was like raped as a kid, you know what I mean? Like I still believe those like 13-year-old girl that got raped should have an abortion. You know what I mean?
I get you.
I don't mean the 13-year-old girl. I'm just saying like the people who have the responsibility. You know what I mean?
It should be a procedure that like should be known, and there should be like, you know what I mean?
I mean, here's another thing. I also think like you could also have the choice to do it. That's the most fucking crazy part is I'm talking so much shit,
but it should just be understood what you're doing.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Just like it shouldn't be fucking celebrated. There shouldn't be stupid like feminist bitches be like, yes, bitch, kill that baby. Exactly. You know what I mean?
The way they're protesting and the way they
it's
feel
kind of disgusting. You know what I mean? It's like how they disgusting.
Feel like that's constitutional while all the other shit that they're saying isn't constitutional. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, maybe there should be like certain restrictions.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be 100% like.
It should be like you get maximum 3 in your lifetime, and they all get registered.
Because
like if it's legal, you know what I mean. You have to go somewhere and it gets registered and shit like that. Like you have to go to somewhere where it's legal. You know,
because abortions aren't even fucking safe either for the woman. Like
they're not,
I was
because
talking to a girl.
You could end up not
being able to Like, and she was like, I looked into like that shit, and like she was like, I don't want to like go through it because like it could fuck up the rest of like my reproductive life and shit.
Exactly.
And
it really can.
It can, dude. And it shouldn't be so. Bitches shouldn't have like 6 abortions.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that you were able to get 6 is kind of a fucking miracle. You know what I mean? You got pregnant, like even though you had an abortion, like dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some people want a kid and they can't even have one, and there's fucking people killing their kids.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, like I don't know, it's a fucked up subject.
It is. It really is. But then that's the thing. A lot of people who are speaking up about it is like with Lady Gaga. She spoke up saying, I want to keep this out the sun. She spoke up being like, like she was like, raped and like just left like at the corner of like a hospital or wherever. You know what I mean? And she got her abortion. Shit. You know what I mean? If she didn't do that, she would have. You know what I mean? She kept
never
the kid,
would have
been like
Lady Gaga.
God. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you don't know that some people like.
And then also, like, even kids, like, of actresses who gotten it.
Yeah.
Like that Stranger Things girl. Like, she's, like, Uma Thurman's daughter. And, like...
What are you talking about?
Fucking 11? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Are you fucking serious?
Not 11. This one... I don't know if you ever seen
the
season
blonde
3.
Chick, huh? The blonde little girl, from Stranger Things. Like, she was, like, 11's, like...
No.
11 didn't like her because all the, like, little boys liked her, but,
No. That's that redhead chick, right?
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
her name is Sadie or something like that.
Oh,
But-
from the newer season.
Yeah, but she's yeah, it's from the 3rd season where it's like she works at this ice cream shop. You know what I mean?
I didn't see that shit.
Yeah, but she's Uma Thurman's daughter. You get me?
Yeah.
And like if like she said like if Uma Thurman, you know, like she was pregnant before that she had an abortion. You know what I mean? And then she was able to be successful and blah blah blah. And then you know if that didn't happen, she wouldn't be born and shit like that. You know what I mean? Which was some people would like that. You know what I mean? When your parents have an abortion and then they have a kid after, it's like you wouldn't exist. That's something that I say.
Dude, that's so fucking crazy, man. Like, abortion is something that's like popular nowadays. It wasn't popular when our parents were fucking around.
No,
Like,
I don't think
how
so.
many of us would fucking not even be here? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, even though times are tough, I still think life is better because life is amazing, bro. Like, you're
Yeah, life
right
is
here, dude. You
amazing.
know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
right here. You
Yeah,
know,
bro.
like just because like you think it's better for like, you know what I mean? That's like your parents thinking it's better for you to start working right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like be an actress. You know, spend
Yeah.
your whole life to be an actor. Be like, you know what I mean? Like really
Yeah.
push you. You know
When
what I
they
mean?
choose
Put
your-
pressure on you. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're controlling a life before it's even born. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think that's why, like, you know, Adam, like Eve was the one that fucked up the Garden of Eden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because women are important, bro. Women could break a society, like,
Yeah.
because they control the people that are being made next society. If the women decide not to even give birth, then that society only has 30 years left. You know what I mean? Because there's only a certain amount of time when women are even fertile. You know, like the population won't sustain itself over time, especially like older societies, like hundreds of years ago. You know what I mean? Like little tribes. Imagine like there is like a small tribe of like 100 people, and the women just decided like not to give birth. They're like feminists and shit. That shit would
be done.
Yeah, I think that's why like Andrew Tate. I think that's why the CIA hired Andrew Tate. You know, he just decided like to have voice of like, I don't know. I don't want to say reason, but like in a society where like you could choose your own thoughts, you could be.
I think it's just that anti-PC shit again. You know what I mean?
Dude, honestly,
because it's one of those the PCs taking over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when Trump was in office, like it was just constant, like, oh, what did this guy say?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you know.
And the media would be on that for days, bro. Biden says some dumb shit. The media fucking doesn't even, dude. The media doesn't even attack
but
Biden.
You know what? Some people do attack Biden now, who were all up on his cock, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, duh, because that's popular opinion. He has lower
all
acceptance.
Up on his cock, bro.
Dude, Biden has a lower approval than fucking Donald Trump.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, can you believe that? The next fucking president has a lower approval. History books are going to see that and be like, wow.
History books, they're probably not going to mention it. You know what? Here's the thing is that...
I think we're at the end of times. There won't be no more history books.
No, because like, when I learned about history books, like, let me tell you, man, I learned shit about Johnson. You know what I mean? Lyndon B. Johnson.
That was later, bro. Yeah, that was
LBJ.
later in life. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's after Kennedy. I know more about Kennedy, and I know more about Nixon. Nixon came after him. I know way more about those two than I do about this nigga in the middle. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be Biden.
Want to know what Lyndon B. Johnson did? Started the welfare systems.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, which is kind of good, you know.
Yeah.
Gives people housing, but also,
I think he sent the troops into Vietnam. He was the one who did it.
Here's the thing about welfare systems, bro. If you make like $1,000, like $100 more than what you should make.
Yeah.
Oh, you're making money now, huh?
Yeah.
Bye, niggas. You know, bye. You know that
exactly. So it keeps people in that system.
Exactly.
That's how literally the housing that I had.
Yeah.
Because I needed to have Medi-Cal, and I was working like I was when I was working at Starbucks. They would schedule me like 20 hours. Because I worked in downtown. I'd walk to all the Starbucks with the
you were hustling.
Notes,
you did what you were supposed to do.
These are my days off. You need a day off, man. You don't want to work that day.
Yeah.
Just call me, bro. And then I would just be working all these hours, making mad money. And then I got a letter in the mail saying, "Oh, if I work, I only I'm almost about to exceed the limit, and I'm gonna have to start looking for other insurance." That's what Medi-Cal sent me,
Yeah,
and I had to stop.
Here's the thing, man. Systems that don't incentivize initiative,
Yeah,
are doomed to fail.
there should be they give you little, and as you move up, they give you a little more, and then you get to a point where you're giving a little. You're giving a little, and then as you rise up the ranks, then you give a little more, and then a little more. You get what I mean?
think I would be more into socialized programs if I really believed it was for the people. You know,
so the people, it's made.
It's really made for people to survive, but you can't escape.
That is something that people would say is systemic racism. Even though it's like, I wouldn't say it's racism, it's systemic classism. You get what I mean?
It's just
they're keeping the poor
socialized
poor.
programs.
They're making sure the poor stay poor. You get me?
And like in an environment that's fucked up.
In an environment that
they will never
succeed.
Up.
Yeah, exactly.
They're never supposed to
They'll
succeed.
always have to move.
And start with
when
Lyndon
people
B.
come
Johnson.
and gentrify.
That motherfucker. You know, dude. There's a reason, dude. People think Republicans like were Confederates.
Yeah.
Lincoln was the first Republican.
Yeah, he was.
He was the first Republican, bro. Like, there was a party called the Dixiecrat Party, who were like the racist motherfuckers.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Dude, they're the ones after the victory of the Civil War. To keep black people oppressed.
Yeah.
They started the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, if you want to enslave somebody nowadays, you gotta be their friend, bro.
Yeah, I get you.
Because no one's gonna like follow like someone that's mean to them. They're gonna follow someone that's nice to them.
They have them in positions that they see as the help. You know what I mean?
And what do we like? And now it's between like the socialized programs and like do it yourself. You know, like the entrepreneurship. Like that's what Republicans represent. That's what Democrats represent. The opposite. You know what I mean? And honestly, bro. Maybe there's two rich people, or maybe one rich person that controls both of them, you know?
Yeah.
But at that point, does this any fucking matter? You know what I mean? Like if
because the thing is that because I know
or maybe it's that paranoia. Help. Is that paranoia?
The thing is that because some of the programs that they try to do, it's like they're trying to help, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's the thought is what counts, and the thought is good.
But here's the thing.
The thing is that the way they do it is like because I remember, like, for instance, like my grandmother and my mother, there was moments where it's like, oh, if you have the 3 kids, you get enough GR, you get enough,
exactly.
money.
So people are incentivized to just have kids, but if you have more kids, you won't be able to save, you won't be able to invest, you won't be able to do anything that could get you wealth.
And there's even programs like Section 8 or shit like that, where it's like they make rent cheaper for you, but then that moves you to a certain neighborhood.
Yeah, like, and that's never the best neighborhood.
My grandmother lived in Glendale.
Yeah.
They lived in Glendale. And not a bad part of Glendale where it's just a lot of homes.
Oh, that was in Section 8?
Yeah, no, that wasn't Section 8.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But then they had Section 8 where it was cheaper.
Yeah.
And my grandmother didn't really have to work anymore. She was able to, like just
chill.
sustain living.
Yeah.
You know, because her daughter, like, she had special disabilities. And then, like, three boys, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, so you're able to just, like, not work and just maintain and feed us just beans and just rice and shit like that.
Like, chill, survive, yeah.
You get what I mean? Instead of, like, making them like, oh, well, I have to work. How else am I going to do it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Section 8 is, I mean, yeah, people survive. People live off it. It's never fucking awful. There's people who survive. I'm just saying that it's a system that keeps people, like, in a certain percentage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Incentivizes you to not work or to not, like,
Well, it incentivizes you to never, like, get more. If you want more for yourself, you can never do it. I mean, it makes sense, but, like, there should be more, like, help. Like, people always need, even people who are like doing good, they're not always doing, like, really good.
Yeah.
They still need help too.
Yeah.
People still need, like, a certain assistance. And I feel like the assistance is only for those who need it. Without so, they will not survive. And that would just to keep people, like, from revolting. And that's cool, but, like, it should also broaden up to, like, people. It's for people, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just for, like, people who absolutely need it. And maybe that's what it's reserved for, because a lot of the money goes to like the military-industrial complex, which really, the military-industrial complex, it protects all of the West. The one country. This is why we don't have shit, bro. One country protects all of the West.
We should be charging all these countries.
That's
bro.
what that was what NATO was supposed to do.
That was NATO was supposed,
but nobody was paying. That's why they didn't like Trump. Trump said that shit in the fucking meeting.
Nigga?
He said that shit in the meeting. You know what CNN said?
What?
Oh, he's making our allies upset for years, and people were like, dude, he's fucking up our relationship with our allies. You know what I mean? Instead of like, dude,
instead of being like, yo, they're not paying up,
dude.
Because it is true, yeah. Like we do. We're the protectors, bro. You know what I mean? Which I don't think. Like, here's the thing. I was always when I learned about that, I was against it because I'm like, dude, that's only gonna cause more problems.
We won't win.
You're causing more problems, and yeah, we think we're safe because we're far away from everything. Do you get what I mean,
dude?
But there's gonna be a time where guess what? They're gonna be able to 3D print a bomb in the air right above them.
Dude, like, it can't just be America defending everyone has to be able to be defending themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like Russia has China has the Middle East. Like, that's an alliance. That's strong alliances already. Like,
because there's so much money in our army, and it's because, you know what I mean?
We pay for it.
Yeah.
We pay for it. We don't... And Europe and all these people, they're like, America is so stupid. They don't have free healthcare. And they don't have to pay for the strong body. They don't have to pay for the research, developing the weapons and shit. America is like a piggy bank, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Like, America is not free, bro. America is controlled. And that's kind of why I like Trump. Because Trump was like the motherfucker that could. And like... He could say something because, you know, he was a motherfucker that did business abroad, and he was like, dude, the way they have these laws are fucking stupid. I can't make business, you know what I mean? Like, and people are like, oh, it's just to make money for himself. But it's like, no, dude, like, that's the point of the economy. People have to make money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's about trade. People have to exchange shit, and like
you put tariffs on China and shit, you know what I mean? Like, just to try to put pressure on them and stuff.
And people be like, well, we shouldn't be the world leaders no more. And like, you know what? Every one of our allies should be as strong as us, so we don't have to be the world leader. You know what I mean?
Because to be honest, I don't want to be the world leaders, but everyone's gonna attack us if you know what I mean.
If they take away United States, what, Europe? Can Europe defend itself out of all of Russia, all of fucking China, all of Middle East? I mean, maybe they can, but it'll be like a nuclear war. You know what I mean? Eventually, it'll just be a nuclear war.
That's the thing, but it's like because there's smaller countries. You get what I mean?
That's what. Yeah.
Like it's just you don't want to have problems like from within. You know what I mean? You don't want just like the more countries you have problems with, eventually someone's gonna be able to infiltrate. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You just have everyone just and especially because we're all about open borders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we let everyone in, and dude, yeah, man.
That's the reason why it's like we just want to be able to keep track of everyone. Just be like, all right, we just want to know that you're here.
It's just because right now people don't think it, but we are literally at war. You know what I mean? Like, the people who think America is going overbroad don't realize that we're at war. You know what I mean?
We have people stationed all around the world.
Our enemies are just getting their chess pieces ready. You know what I mean? And people they're so comfortable with their, like, save the human, you know, save the LGBT, you know, purple hair, you know. They're going to be the first ones gone, bro. Yeah, like that one chick from the Bully show, you know, like the vegans are going to be the first ones we eat. Yeah, and if that happens, if there's no food and it's because of the shit that these people did, you better believe there's going to be revolt against that.
Not even if it's because of them, but if it's because, like, you know, oh, they're not eating. Oh, they don't want to get eaten. They're going to die first. Yeah. You get what I mean? And then we will eat them.
We're going to have to.
And we're not, and the thing is, she's saying is like, and I don't even give a fuck. Because that's life.
And you know what happened?
You know what I mean?
You know what happened when Germany was fucking, like, broke ass shit? What? You know what happened after? The Nazis, bro.
Oh, the Nazis, I guess you...
The Treaty of Versailles made Germany fucking poor. They printed so much money, they burned fucking money just to keep themselves fucking warm, bro.
Bro, what is it, England? They had, like, their army stationed at their gold mines. Yeah. And so as the gold would come out of the mines, they'd stock it right into the trains. And be like, all right, let's go.
And then like, people were angry. They were willing to listen to anyone. They listened to Hitler, you know? Maybe like this all I don't know,
The
man.
thing is, because what he did, like, honestly, like people say, if Hitler died right before he did like the invasion of Poland or anything, he would have been known as a terrific leader. He would have been known as the leader who brought Germany out of the ashes and made them back into an economy, back into, like, you know what I mean?
Well, think about it, bro. People don't think Stalin or Mao as Hitler. Stalin murdered millions of his own people, starved Ukraine.
Some people say it's worse than Hitler, too. You know?
Mao was definitely worse than Hitler. All the thousands of years of culture in China, it was gone after Mao. The Cultural Revolution, it sold propaganda to kids.
Too. Stalin just did it to a lighter extent, you know what I mean? But it was like same thing. He wanted to burn history books. He would fucking take people out of pictures.
His narrative was the ultimate narrative. It was like 1984. You couldn't say anything that was against the narrative. If you did, somebody could hear you and could snitch on you, and they would come in and take you to the fucking gulag, bro. Yeah, bro. It was a prison.
They're like, no, I was just repeating what this other guy said. I didn't believe it. Come on.
Exactly, bro. And they did it, you know, because like the people who snitched were like, you know, rewarded. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
With a bullet. Nah, I'm just kidding.
A bullet to the face.
That you promise that you will defend him in court. Like, yes, I will. Boom.
They're like, okay, so we killed him for the thing you're not supposed to say, but you also said the thing you're not supposed to say when you reported it to us.
So
and you're not supposed to say that.
And we don't know if you believe it because you said it. Like
you really said it. So be sure. We're gonna kill you too. Wait, what?
I was just repeating the way he said it. It's like it sounded too good though.
Yeah, it sounded like you really believed it.
They would start acting like, "What movies have you been in?" He's like, "I haven't been in any." So you're not an actor. So then, how did you say it so well?
So you're not an actor. Oh my god, that's funny. That's some Quentin Tarantino, like fucking Glorious Bastard shit, dude. That movie, that scene was spy dialogue, espionage 101. It was.
Dude, I love that. Say that again. Say your name again. You know what I mean?
What part of like that town? Yeah. He's like, oh, I never heard of it. It's like it's a small town, you know. Like we know we don't get recognition. Yeah. Okay, I gotta look that up when I go up there.
That shit's so. I love that scene. He's just toying with them.
Dude, you know what I mean? Do you think he knew?
Yeah, he knew all because he saw the slipper, and then so when he saw them with her. They're like, oh, okay, so these are the guys. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he was just toying with them the whole time. He was
toying with them. And then when he saw how bad they were at it, he was just like, oh, I'm just going to fucking fuck with these guys. You know what I mean? Like, even if they were good as fuck, even if they spoke perfect Italian, bro. Perfect Italian.
Just that slipper, huh?
There was that slipper gave it all away. Gave it all away. Just their act, but that whole scene just made it just funny.
But wasn't it when he did the 3?
No, that's when they knew. He wasn't there for that. All those people died.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Wait. Oh, you're talking about the German dude, the Jew hunter.
The Jew hunter when he fucking
the slipper and she killed Italian. Her. Yeah. That one, dude. That whole movie had espionage.
Yeah, it was. That whole movie constantly just like. I was like, when I was a kid, I didn't understand the movie. I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
I didn't know exactly what was going on. It was just one of those movies that like, oh, this movie just started. And we would walk into the movie, we'd walk out, refill our popcorn, and then be like, oh, no, that movie just started, and just walk in.
Dude, that's like a secret OSS mission and shit, bro. Like, that was, dude, like, maybe, not that story, but like, you know, the OSS was like the precursor to like a CIA and all this shit. Yeah. They did the secret like operations that, you know, they would get shit ready for attacks. You know, they'll destroy like anti-air missiles. They'll parachute in. You know what I mean? Some solid snake shit. You know, with no tech. You know what I mean? With nothing, dude. That was some literally. You had to like do some guerrilla warfare by yourself.
The best soldiers are the ones that know how to like build shit and like fucking. You know what I mean? They're able to chop trees and shit like that. Like fucking,
because I'm pretty sure that's like a day's operation. Yeah. You gotta get airdrop, like not at the base, but like a distance away.
Where you can walk up.
Make your way there, like survive, keep like signs for parole, dude. That's some Metal Gear. I swear to God, dude. Some of these video games are just like CIA stories that like they tell us to like inspire us. Shit, but they can't be like we did it. They can't be like we did it. Oh fuck, I think it fell.
Oh shit, it's all good.
I need to talk to this nigga.
Oh yeah. Like, where you at?
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Let's just go to the address, knock on the door, be like, nigga, I want my fucking keyboard stand. You hear me, nigga? Give me my goddamn keyboard stand.
And I'll send you some. Shit.
He said he'll be here till 5. And he's at work. This is his work. Are you almost here? Yes, I'm in the parking lot. Let's just look for this dude. Acid strap.